on, guys? Brett Patrick here again. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the power of consistency and how it can improve your everyday life, both in setting your goals, your relationships, as well as your own physical and mental well-being. Like always, guys, if you like what I'm putting out here, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's going on, man. We're on this journey to self-improvement, help growing your gutter cleaning business, having better relationships, everything we're talking about, right? Consistency is one of the most powerful tools that a human can have, and it's the ability to do the same type of task day in and day out within losing intensity until they become a habit. And most of you guys know that, I'm not sure on the exact stat, but roughly, I think it's 40% of one's day is kind of on an autopilot, and that's based off of the habits that we create, right? So a lot of you guys don't necessarily think or are like actively doing the behaviors you think about, such as a shower, brushing your teeth, going to the bathroom, your drive to work, eating your breakfast, etc., right? Because they just become such a habit that you kind of go into an autopilot. And if we can set our habits up to be positive for our everyday lives and enrich our relationships and help us hit our goals, then that's awesome, right? If I can have part of my life be on autopilot that's providing for me and enriching my life and the ones around me, then I want to make sure that those habits are something that are extremely powerful, right? Because you can have habits that are not necessarily going to be the best thing for you. You know, smoking cigarettes on a regular basis, not even thinking about it, just going on break, boom, pumping 2 or 3 of it. Next thing you know, you got some issues down the road. Drinking alcohol in excess, right? If it's just a habit for you to crack open 3 or 4 beers every single night, you're fragmenting your momentum on a weekly basis. There's porn, there's cheating, there's all kind of stuff that we as humans will create because we are creatures of habit. Let's just make sure that those habits are ones that are going to be very enriching to us and pushing us in the right way. And the way we create those habits is by being consistent. And we're going to be talking about how to be consistent in your everyday life, again, to help you reach your goals, enrich your relationships, and to help you physically. And so one might ask, how do I become consistent? Well, there's 4 simple steps. 1, you want to set clear goals. 2, you want to create a routine. 3, you want to be accountable. And 4, you want to celebrate small victories. So let's break all those down. Number 1, setting clear goals. It's imperative that you set very clear goals on where you want to go. Just think about it. If you're to get into a car to go somewhere, but you have zero clue where you're going to be just kind of driving around aimlessly, and you're never going to actually get anywhere because you're just driving around. And a lot of us do this with our everyday lives. We have no game plan where we want to go with our day, with our week, with our month, with our year, with our lives, right? So being able to set some clear goals that are in place. And then the best part about this is, the most important part about it is setting a system to help you reach those goals, right? So if we're going to the car example again, my goal is, my destination is, I want to drive to the gym. Well, if I don't know how to get to that gym, me just saying I want to drive to the gym is not going to help me. I need actual directions on how to help me get to that gym. So I'm going to pull up Google Maps, and it's going to tell me turn right here, left here, go straight here for 3.5 miles. Boom, you're at the gym. That's a clear system. It's directions on how to get to where I want to go. And we should be doing these same things with our everyday lives, right? And where we want to go. So if your goal is to start a business, or if it's to hit a certain revenue goal in a business, or if it's to get in a relationship with someone or enrich that relationship with someone, or to work on your physical fitness or your mental fitness, set that goal in place and put a system in place to get there, right? So the easy example is always the physical sense. If the goal is to hit a target weight, or to become more fit, or to get a 6-pack, or whatever that thing is, 1, set the goal with a time frame in place, right? So I want to lose 15 pounds in the next 2 months. Okay, cool. That's a clear set goal. Now, how do I do that? The system in place is going to be, I'm going to get a fitness routine. I'm going to subscribe to somebody's type of workout plan. I'm going to go to the gym 3-4 days a week for 30 minutes and do XYZ workouts, right? You have to start putting those things in place. If you just say, I want to lose 15 pounds in 2 months, and then you just decide to go to the gym, but you have zero clue what you're going to do in that gym, you're not going to have the success that you want. Yes, getting to the gym is half the battle, but you also have to do the things that are necessary while you are there to hit those goals, because there are a ton of people who go to the gym don't actually know what they're going to do when they get there. And that's why they never have the success that they want, right? So make sure that you are creating a clear goal, something that's attainable with a time frame to it, and then a clear cut system on how you're going to achieve said goal. Number 2, create a routine. So creating a routine is also very impactful in this way, because it's going to begin kind of creating a ritual about how your days and weeks and months operate. So for me, if we're talking about the fitness piece here, I want to go to the gym every single day at 6:30 a.m. That becomes a part of my daily routine. I know I'm going to wake up at 6, I'm going to have some water, I'm going to take my drive to the gym, and I'm going to go ahead and start that routine, and it becomes just what I do. And then no matter what happens, even on the weekends, I'm going to start waking up at 6 o'clock because it's part of my routine. And it's going to make it that much easier for me to stay consistent in what I'm doing. Same thing, if you're trying to start a business or create a better relationship, create the routines that are going to enrich your life, that are going to make those habit forming skills a little bit easier. Being clear on where you want to go, setting a system in place, and then making it a routine so it's a rinse and repeat process. These are all things that are going to help you be more consistent in your every single day lives. 3, be accountable. When it comes to being accountable, a lot of us actually don't do a very good job of holding ourselves accountable. A lot of times we're actually externally accountable. We do better when we have to report to somebody or let someone else know what is going on, because we don't want to let them down. We're willing to let ourselves down more than we're willing to let others down in most cases. So being accountable to somebody else is going to be a massive piece in helping you stay on track with the 2 aforementioned items that we talked about, right? Being accountable to somebody that is invested in your success as well is going to be the best piece, right? So having a spouse that really cares to see you work on your fitness or work on your mental happiness, or help you work on your business, or just to work on each other's relationships, they need to be invested in your success as well, because that individual is going to have some vested interest in holding you accountable to making sure that you accomplish what you said you're going to do. And these are all things that are imperative on that journey to consistency, right? So another individual that could be extremely helpful in this is some form of a coach, a mentor, right? If you're looking in the business aspect, having a business coach that's had the success already that you're talking about can be paramount for you reaching the goals you want to get. If you know you have a weekly check-in with this individual, you don't want to check in every single week and let him know that, or let her know that you didn't hit the goals that you accomplished. You didn't do the things you said you were going to do, and then you wonder why you haven't had the success that you wanted, right? So having a coach is imperative. The same thing works with the physical sense and the mental sense, right? The same thing applies in the physical sense. If you want to get where you want to go and be accountable to somebody, hire a personal trainer. Somebody that has had the success can teach you how to get there, and they're going to hold you accountable every single workout to having the intensity and doing the workout as planned. Same thing mentally or in a relationship. Get you a coach that's helped you done those things. These individuals can help you push forward. Typically, they're going to care about it because you are invested in them monetarily to help you reach the goals that you want to accomplish. The final piece here is celebrating small wins. We as humans get too fixated on the end result sometimes and don't ever actually get there, or if we don't get there fast enough, we get discouraged and end up giving up altogether. So it's imperative as you progress and move along that you focus on the small victories, because progress equals happiness. So as you begin to stack them, you create momentum in your everyday lives. And we all know how momentum works, right? It takes a tremendous amount of energy in the beginning, but once you get going, that momentum can really propel you pushing forward. I always like to give the example of an airplane on a runway. It takes so much energy and gas and effort to get that plane moving at a certain speed and up off the ground into the air. But once it gets up to altitude and is rolling, it's kind of just going on its own, right? So the momentum is really carrying it forward, and these same things apply in your everyday lives. So stack the small victories, especially in the beginning. Keep pushing forward, allow that momentum to build up on you, and then you'll begin to see all these things start to come together. Being consistent in your everyday lives is one of the number one indicators of success across the board in any area of your life. Mentally, physically, relationally, spiritually, financially, all these things. And it all starts from little small bite-sized pieces. Recap: set clear goals, put systems in place, create your rituals, create your daily routines on what this is going to look like for you. Be accountable to somebody, get a coach, talk to your spouse, tell a friend, a parent, one of those things, and celebrate those small victories as you take this journey to being more consistent and creating life-changing habits. Again, man, I really appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you guys need. Booking calls are open, so just check the link below. I'll be more than happy to hop on a phone call with you guys. Discovery calls are absolutely free, just to see if I'm anywhere potentially I could help you guys. Y'all have a blessed one.